internet has done so much good for these people. You have the internet, you have the world. You
Mm.
don't have an internet to project your music or to project your product. I mean, you're literally doing local, right? And that was what we operated on at the time, say 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Yet they were pushing, you know. Did they get the recognition they wanted? Oh yes, they did at the time, but these ones now are getting massive, massive recognition, and it's not just coming with money; it's coming with a lot of recognitions, awards, ambassadorship, um, just a lot of things, and they are really doing well. The good thing about the female artists now is they're putting in 101. Then you mentioned Omaomi and Wadi, so it's like doing music at a tender age or at a young age, and when you're saying that, oh, you know we need to reshape this thing because these young ones are coming in and they're coming in with full force. So what you do is you change the standpoint, which is be a vocal coach, be a judge for musical reality shows, and you just take it up, like a step ahead. I like it when I see YG as a judge. It just gives me that happiness that, oh yes, at least she's been recognized, and we're not doing, or because I know this person, or because this person is reigning, or we're understanding the fact that foundationally, we need to get someone who can coach these people well. So I remember seeing Nato C as a judge, and I think The Voice, and it was good to know. It's good to know. Of blessed memory, Sound Sultan was one guy I knew that was a music person.
Yeah, it was complete.
He was complete, like he was a music person. So when he said something, you needed to listen to him because he knew what he was
Yeah,
saying. He wasn't just saying it as an artist, but he was saying it as someone who understands music, who knows the
he knows
fundamental
it,
of
the
music.
philosophy of
Exactly.
music. You know.
Exactly. So it went beyond him singing. And then when you listen to him, you also know that this is from an intelligent point of view. You know,
Yeah,
I remember then when he used to do the rhymes,
yeah,
that
the
the
top two
word
rhymes.
rhyme
Yeah,
thing.
word
Exactly.
rhyme.
So
No,
it
he's the
was,
king of
it was,
he's the
it was
king
a
of
lot.
word. He's the king of word rhyme. He's the king of word rhyme.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
funny enough, talking about Sound Sultan, blessed memory. Sound Sultan is like I say, is a complete artist. My friend, and he raps, he sings, he's a
Yeah.
comedian, he is everything in one. But the funny thing about this man is he doesn't even taste alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. He likes his Coke and water.
Nice.
Honestly. So,
Nice.
well, we actually have a whole lot of people that actually shape the industry so well. We're
Yeah, I
talking
mean,
about the
like
female. We're talking about the
like
female now.
Toby. Okay,
Yeah,
for male, like Toby, Ilbliss, right?
yeah,
Ilbliss, I love the fact that he nurtured certain artists, Fino, Chidima,
yeah,
um, same with Wizboy. Wizboy did same for Zero, you
yeah,
know. Yeah, so you find out that most of these people had, a level playing ground. They had people who believed in them, people who gave them the opportunity to soar, people who gave them the opportunity to express themselves.
yeah.
So imagine if Fino never had the opportunity to come out of Enugu, or he never had the opportunity to meet with Iblis. Imagine if Chidima was just, immediately she was done with the reality show Project Fame, she just had to struggle. But no,
Mm.
Capital Hill, which is Iblis and what's this Shina
Clarence,
Peter?
Clarence Peters.
Clara, exactly. So, they came together to, refine her, give her the opportunity and all of that. And then, I mean, see how far she went in her music career
Yeah,
before she switched to the
to
gospel.
gospel. Well, that's good for them. Now, I want us to still appreciate our fans right here. Yes, I want to say Welcome to Vibe with MC Bustamad. And trust me, it's not just me, it's we and Claire. I am the host, Claire is the co host. So we both were doing this thing together,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at this time. So it's not like I'm like the point man. We both are doing it together. And I want to use this medium to welcome everybody. I want to use this medium to welcome Chidi. Chidi, we grew up, he's my senior actually, but we grew up from the same church in Lagos, Nigeria. We play
Oh,
football together in church, yeah.
okay.
And I want to welcome Akin Adebayo. Thank you very much for coming, Akin Adebayo. Ola, thank you very much. Ani Baba, Ani Baba teacher. Thank you very much. Imagination Lagos, thank you very much. EJ Media Production, you owe me some roses and some ice cream. Aha, yeah. And some finger hat as well. So, yeah, Imagination of Lagos wants to join. I know you guys just stick to you will join and we'll have a good conversation. All right. She said network or Chimo. Chai, sorry.
Very.
Yeah. So now we'll be talking about, we'll be diving into, I believe, Ola, Lay, we have Steph. Steph, thank you very much for coming in. I believe you're still there. And not also we have A Kim's joined as well, on this what I say program. All right, we'll be talking about how the industry have been able to redefine creativity. Now we're doing the general now, both for the male artists and the female artists. This time around in Africa, we're talking about Africa because I know this is UK and this is Africa. Claire is Africa right now. Presently, I am in the UK and we're doing it together. This is one continent, like in love. So in Africa, mostly let's use Nigeria as a focal point. A whole song comes out, music comes out every week. After some recordings, they come
Every
out
day,
every week.
every day, every
Every
day.
so music come out every day, unlike before where you get to wait and you'll be requesting for song from artists from the days of the people we just mentioned, the likes of the Eddie Remedy, the days of the Kennis, because Kennis
Freestyle.
almost,
Remember what's that
yeah,
group that had freestyle?
that's that has freestyle, that has
LD.
LD the Dawn, that has Sasha, that
Yeah.
has Too Short.
Oh my
Is that not
god.
Storm? Is that not Storm Records?
Okay, that was Storm Records. But
Was that Storm?
there
No,
was
are you sure?
freestyle. There was
Are you sure
freestyle
that
that
was
was
Storm Records?
wasn't that Storm? That
Because
was
I
Storm
know
Records.
Storm Record has, I don't know if Storm Record has Mocheda and has GT the Guitar Man. Storm Record also has Jasmine Olofin.
I know then it
Storm
didn't have no
Record.
then it wasn't for these
So
guys.
yeah, because Storm
Now
Record
this
has a
particular
whole
song
lot.
freestyle did with LD and LD the Dawn and KB.
Yeah. I remember. So
Yeah.
this guys is actually they have transcended into what they are right now. Then we have these people. Then we used to wait for songs to come out. We don't hear songs every week. But now,
Yeah.
are we saying the internet has been like not really, it's a blessing, for them to make quick money and all. It's everyone will say it's all about the money, but then it was all about passion. It was all
Yeah.
about I love what I'm doing. Let me do it. Let me entertain people. But right now, do you think it's all about the money? Like let me money, let's do music. We'll have a whole lot to write. Then it was intentional writing music. It was intentional writing. But now it's like, I dey waka for streets, something knock me, motor nearly jam me. You just write them, you just make it look very nice to you, to the listening ears. And now the producers
Okay.
have their own the producer have their work to do to make it sweet,
What
like
was
to
that?
put
What was
some
that
beats.
line you just said? At the waka for a rose, something like
Yeah.
what's that?
I'm just It's already a line. If a music, if you know what producers does now, they'll just if you go to TikTok, you see what they do. They'll play a beat and you see something that doesn't make sense would make sense, and before you know it, it trends and you can be making money off it. So do you think that has made some artists lazy in terms of sitting down to write something that is really, you know, great? We have them, but majority are like, okay, every day let's just drop music, more drop music, more drop music. And one of the popular OAP sometimes said that the music doesn't have content anymore, that we they just drop music every week, and the next 2 weeks it fades, another one is coming, another one is coming, another one is coming. How many we go here? And then we have the
I've
major
run out
we
of, yeah, I
of
can't count
songs.
artists. Like, so today I'm watching this one, I'm watching something, and then I'm seeing someone else. I'm like, okay, who's this? There are about a million of them. I'm not saying people shouldn't exhibit their talents or express themselves, but Jesus Christ, we are not able to keep up with these people. And maybe I've grown to understand that. I mean, I'm out and I'm listening to a particular melody. I'm just nodding, like, "Oh, okay, not bad, nice beats." And then I see myself nodding. The next thing I just hear a line in the lyrics. I'm like, Jesus, how? What is it?
Yeah.
So it I have to stay still. I'm like, huh? How? How did we get here? You know what the internet has done for us? It has expanded a lot of rich platforms for people to just put out music there. You have so many out, what do you call, channels. There is Audio Mac, there is something SoundCloud or whatever it is. There's so many of them. So you know that you can put it out there, and it generates revenue for you. All you need to do is tell 10 people, and then you use people's phones, and then you are subscribing, and you're doing this, and you're liking
Yeah.
and all of that, and then you put
Yeah.
it on the internet. It's the same thing. What do you call it? YouTube, is generating revenue for a lot of people, I would say. So far, it's about the numbers.
Yeah.
How many views do I have? How many likes do I have? How many subscribers do I have? It was never like that when we had Terry the Rap Man. It was never like that when we had there's this guy that used to do stuff with Ill Bliss. I think he also
Success.
produces.
Success.
Is that his
Suspect.
name? Suspects, yes. When we had Suspects, when we had the great lyricist Mode 9, these people are trying to think of something. Vector, have you seen his lines?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Have you taken time to listen to Vector's lines? Did you take time to listen to MI's lines? Or have you
Yeah.
listened to Jesse Jagg's lines?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
understand? So these people were taking their time. That when you listen to people like Plantation Boys do drop a song, or Remedies, you're waiting to
Yeah.
for the next song, and you know that maybe in the next 1 month or so, because they are crafting something good for you to just not just dance to, but be able to sing, and is relatable to you. But now the internet has just made it easy for everybody. You can even just type on AI, write about a girl walking that he gives you everything you want. So, and then you have producers. You don't even need to go to the studio. You can get the app on your phone, create
Yeah.
a beat, maybe just meet Fioki to just do on string.
Yeah, put a
You can
guitar,
afford
yeah.
Fioki. So I mean,
Yeah.
the internet will always do good, will always cause a little harm. But whatever it is, while we're discussing this, a lot of people be like, I go still write with I want to write, I go still produce with I want to produce. So it's a win-win for everybody at the end of the day, because whether you like it or not, those songs you think that these lyrics, you will still dance to it.
Yeah, that's true.
You will
That's
still
true.
dance to it. So
That's
but
true.
what
That's true.
what do we do at the end of the day? People need to make money, because we live in a place where you got to survive somehow.
That's the problem.
So hey.
But like, I would say the problem is, once again, is we are, a whole lot of people would say, the country, Africa, Nigeria most especially, what sells is, when it comes to publicity in the media industry, is negative news, controversies,
Yeah.
and when you sing a kind of controversy music, it sells. You know,
Always.
it's moves. So now you now start to think, the likes of Johnny Dre, that has been nominated for Eddie's Award for how long I've known,
Yeah.
and his song is very, very, very good. He has not won it, despite the fact he will be nominated in almost all the categories, and he won't even win one. You understand? So that will tell you like what's happening.
What we're consuming as a people.
Yeah, you ask
Yeah.
yourself what's happening. You see that the likes of the bears, the likes of praise. These guys are guys that actually do some kind of good music.
Oh my God.
I remember
Bez
Pop.
was really good.
Yeah, he was.
Bez
The
was
likes
really
of
good.
what's his name again? Pop Dairo. These
Oh
guys are
yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Femi, capital F M
Capital
F
F,
E M I
Femi. Yeah.
M
Yeah.
I Femi. Femi was more or less like our T Pain at the time.
We
These
had
guys
some
were
guy
actually
that we
doing.
had some guy at some point that looks like Usher Deep or so.
Yeah, deep, yeah, deep,
Deep.
deep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I've interviewed him back then. Back in the
Okay.
days when I was
Okay.
in the TV.
Oh, that's true.
So
Talking about old ones, we didn't even mention Azados.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Rugged Man as well was one of the rappers as
Oh
well.
yes. Oh yes.
Rugged
Oh
Man.
yes.
Well, it's just that what they should do for these people is organizing some international shows, organizing events in Nigeria. If
Yeah.
we're actually serious, Africa should come around. We have Afrima, but I don't know how powerful it's becoming because it looks like it's not
They still
getting
call
that
certain kind
support.
of yes. Moreover, they call certain Africa. They call certain kind of artists. So it's not. I
Yeah,
feel like it doesn't extend to certain people. You know what? I one day imagined on a particular day, you have two events. One event would have Bez, it would have Johnny Drill, it would have Chike, it would have Asha, it would have Dari, it would have Timmy, it would have Paul Play. I'm dreaming, I know, but those kind of people, right? Then the other event, same day, should have, yeah, yeah, it should have, yeah, those other people,
yeah,
yeah. So now, just imagine a drone shot of the kind of people that will be in the Bears' show and the kind of people
yeah.
that will be here.
The other shows,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You know, but the people who will be on this Bears' side are not the people who are needed to
yeah.
drive it commercially.
That's
Now, the
true.
people here are those who make the noise to bring out these artists.
That's true. That's very true.
You
That's
know,
very true.
but then we still need good music at the end of the day. And I like the fact that years have gone by and Johnny Drill has stood his ground to say this is where
Keep
I
pushing
belong
it. Yeah,
exactly. I also like the fact that Chike takes it commercially bit.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
surprised in such crowds will shock you guys. Oh, by the way, Peter is an amazing person. Like
Oh,
his how do you put it? He's eloquent. He speaks so well. Like he is.
oh.
What's the word? Remember Dan Foster?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dan Foster used to be somebody I used to imitate at the time.
Aha.
It's
So
Dan
that's
Foster. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Sparks. Yes.
Well, welcome, Peter Sparks. You actually came in when we're almost rounding up, but nevertheless, you're welcome. I remember, like you said about Dan Foster, I remember the time I used to, imitate his voice because I liked his voice because I used to be a lover of. I listened to radio a lot when I was in my secondary school. I sleep
Yeah.
with radio. I remember, there's this small radio that's like a small box radio like this that you
Yeah.
can put in your waist. Yeah, you roll it and you tune the
Uh-huh.
FMs.
You're old.
Then
You're old. You're old. You're old.
so
You're old.
I used to sleep with the earpiece in my ear, and most times I used to have ear pain, because I listened to music throughout the night and all. Dan Foster,
But they
then I
were
used to
playing
remember they were
amazing
playing good
songs.
music.
Oh my
Yeah,
world.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
world. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah. So Dan Foster, then the
Oh,
system
okay.
he
All
used to
right,
say
Peter. Thank God for
Before he
century.
starts, he used to say before he started, there's this lady that will shout, "He's Dan Foster Breakdown Show." Then he just comes at, "He's Dan Foster Breakdown Show." That's his deep voice. Oh my God, I
No,
miss
no.
him. I miss him,
Radio
man.
then
Blessed
was
memory.
amazing. Radio
we
then
have
was
we have we have
amazing.
characters. We have voice, killers. He was part of it. Tunde Do to the T to the UNE, was part of it, which I love him so much. That's energy god. His
Yeah.
voice, it was so smooth, at the time, and I was desiring to be, like that, and I really got to that point
Did
too,
you
though.
know? Did
Really
you
got
know
to that point.
Omalicha in reading?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
She was amazing. She was
Yeah, Oma.
amazing.
Yeah, she was. AJ Production. Thank you very much for coming back to me. Thank you very much.
She was really amazing. Radio was it at the time. Like I knew the
No,
songs I
for
know
me,
today. The songs I
honestly,
know
for
today
yeah,
were back then. Yeah.
funny enough, I grew up not watching television. When I was a
Okay.
kid, I know I watched a whole lot of. I was a TV person when I was very little, my primary school days. I watched
Yeah.
adult programs when I was in my secondary school days. Like,
JJ the
speak,
Macadon. Oh my
yeah,
God. Peter, you are old.
yeah,
You are
Yeah,
old.
JJ the Megadon, yeah,
Oh
you
my
know,
God. Oh my
you
world.
know. So this guys actually made our time, made our
Yeah.
time, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy spending 4 decades listening to those people, because trust
Come
me,
on now.
I'm gonna be 40 very soon, so it's so amazing. And now you have like 10 decades out of these decades I've just mentioned into the system full time, aside the little times you've done it, but a decade
Yeah.
into the system, knowing what you've been clamoring for. I really enjoyed it, and trust me, we'll keep doing what we know how to do best via this platform right here. So it's amazing. This guys really showed us the time and enjoyed,
Oh, they did.
the
My
time.
nights,
And
my nights were don't. My nights were always beautiful. With like, there's this song. Though I can't forget the feeling.
yeah,
I think it was a
yeah,
Mariah
yeah,
Carey song.
yeah.
I knew, like I know songs today back to back because of this of the radio I listen. But these
There's
days, I
this
think,
guy. Yeah.
yeah. No, go ahead, please.
There's this guy that used to do one night midnight program at the time. I don't know that station now. The station
Yeah,
is quite popular. I know every youth at the time want to
yeah.
listen to that program at night, because it looks like the guy solves a whole lot of relationship problems for people.
He has to be the one that I was listening to at the time. He had to be that one. I listen to this because of their songs. Like the songs are
Yeah.
crazy. I think now I can't now for like 4 or 5 years. I don't think I listen to radio. Yeah, if at all I have to listen to radio, if I must, it has to be classic FM. It has to be
Yeah.
classic FM. That's
Yeah.
the only station
Yeah.
I can listen to because no man, no fam, like no, come on. These songs were just everything. You could relate, even if I was young, I could relate to the words, maybe not the meaning or the doings,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
could relate to the words. They were what you would want to check up on dictionary sometimes, because they're new words and all. But what do you want to check up these days? You want to check up with a waka for real, we come they see they go.
No, things were pretty decent at the time, but
Very.
like you said, the internet, the modernization into, after year 2000, things, everybody started opening their eyes. Like, we started,
Yeah.
we ate the apple. We ate the apple at the time, year 2000. I don't know how you felt at that time when we're from 1999, and a whole lot of things were said about you getting into the year 2000.
Oh
Then we
yeah,
heard
yeah.
it was going to be rapture. It's
A
going to
lot
be,
was going to happen in 2000.
yeah, in
A lot.
2000. So
A
Oh my
lot.
god.
A lot.
They said computer will start from letter zero zero something. And a whole lot of things like
A lot was
assumptions.
a lot. A
I
lot
was
was being
actually I
hampered.
was I was
I
actually
just saw
scared. Like,
me and Jags. It just reminded me of Jesse Jags.
okay.
I like
I,
Jesse Jags's shit, what's the song? Nobody tests me. Oh, I
yeah,
actually
no,
like
but yeah,
I liked MI's verse still, but maybe
yeah.
because I'm obsessed with Jesse Jags or something, but he good. Nigga
Yeah,
good.
he is.
He
No,
good.
he is. He is.
He good.
It's very, very lyrical and
He
very,
is.
very, on point to what he's done. I
Yeah.
love, I love, I love them all. I love them all. But if you want to listen to lyricists, listen to Mode 9.
Mod Nine. No, you can't. No cap. Like
No,
no,
till
like
date,
when
listen to
you're
him
listening to
presently.
him, when you're listening to Mod Nine, you can't afford to miss like like do something else because you really need to follow up.
You need it. You
That
need it.
is
You need a pen
good.
and a paper.
Yeah, I think he won best lyricist at some point. Headies, right? Am I
No,
right?
he was even nominated recently. He's not in Nigeria. He has not been in Nigeria for a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
long
No, I
time.
know. Yes, I knew
But
when he traveled.
he's
When the
nominated.
chocolate still had chocolate. Come on,
Yeah.
Sparks. Come on now. This.
Modo.
Oh my god. They still
Yeah.
do now. They still
Yeah.
do. They still do. They still have
No.
small chocolates in them.
Nah,
They
no.
still
See,
do.
the chalk boys are just MI now. The chalk
Yeah.
boys are not like the chalk boys then.
Nah.
Though
Nah.
this guy is actually doing well. AQ and Emeka.
Oh,
AQ
okay.
and
Still
Emeka.
Chuck
Yeah.
City. Still Chuck City.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
really?
both of them they're doing very well. They're doing very well. And
I used to watch the Hennessy artistry thing, and
that's where you see monsters. You see monsters
yeah,
there. You see
yeah.
you see the people you've not seen before. And
I
trust me,
swear that,
if you go to Twitter, go to Nigerian
yeah,
bars on Twitter, you would see
yeah,
people you don't even know their name, guys that are actually doing very good. But the thing is, like we talked about a popular OAP that said we don't have content anymore. Now let's dive into it, before we call it a day. If you watch these days, you
yeah.
would see somebody that has a very good song, that has good lyrics, but he doesn't have that financial aid
Back up,
or
yeah,
financial benefit or backup to promote his or her visuals or promote his or her audio,
yeah.
But you see somebody that has like, scanty lyrics, just chorus and beats,
But has
have the
money to
money,
push.
then the so-called broadcasters will collect this money and promote this person, and you see it all over the radio. You listen to such music, not filtered or unfiltered. Now this guy that is so talented, that has a whole lot to say, that has good lyrics, that had good rhymes, that had good beats, good
Yeah,
production, maybe no popular producer, because these days, funny enough, I've been into this thing. I know how it works, and trust me,
yeah,
I know the attack and the backlash I got during my time. I know what I got during my time. A whole lot of
yeah,
backlash and a whole lot of no, I know what make Booster call me the spoil show. You understand? I had it that time. I had a big time. So now you collect money from these guys. You play their song, and the guys that are really good, you don't collect their song, you don't play it. And how do you want them to be heard? And you come out to complain that some music are being, that just weekly music comes out weekly, that there's no content, there's no, to me, if you watch well, to me, I think the female artists are beginning to have more content in their music. Now let's talk about Thames. Let's talk about Thames. Like Tiwa is like, okay, Tiwa is like their mama. Tiwa is like the street part. Like Tiwa is like the Olamide,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Ashake, yeah, doing
yeah,
very well. Then these girls are like Thames is like Afro soul. Arya Star is like Afro pop,
yeah.
stroke, stroke, maybe Afro dancehall or whatever beats or whatever. But I
Mm-hmm.
know Tam. So these girls are really, selling smoothly, getting whatever they want to get, like the accolades you
Mm-hmm.
get. So I feel these girls are actually doing something right. Because if you listen to Thames, you listen to good music. Have you listened to Burning?
I
Burning
have,
takes me
I have.
Burning takes me back to when I listen to Burning. I'm remembering Eric Kabadu. I'm remembering Lauren Hill. I'm remembering Anita Baker. It takes me down those paths. But when I listen to some artists, for example, you're listening to the artist that his name starts with N and end with M. You know, you know, the name starts with your currency, and
Okay.
then and the next thing you start
Yeah.
hearing ED.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
start hearing so many things. So you see people coming out to do challenge for that kind of song. You see the ladies coming out to do so. Like you said, these are the people that promote these songs and promote they won't come out to promote Bonnie, Bonnie, Bonnie.
They won't even
They
understand
won't.
the lyrics in the first place.
They won't understand
So
how would they dance.
you
How would they
talk.
dance to it?
Yeah, you talked to how would they make noise with it? They talked about you talked about what's it called OAPs. Not pushing good music, and that's because the ones with the good music do not have the money to push. You know, Really unfair. But now let's talk. As colleagues, right? Um, in the media space, radio, TV, we could go 7 8 months unpaid, right? This is not an excuse. I'm only trying to see it from the eye of
For
the
radio,
people who are there. Yes, for
is it the
radio,
radio?
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'm talking radio. That's a space I've been, right? So 7 8 months, and then all you need to do for yourself to make it happen for you is to get artists who want to push their music, irrespective of how it sounds, irrespective. The only thing is ensure that it's clean, right? You're not playing the other part of the music, but it has to be clean. And then this guy is saying, guy, I've been Uvex. I don't get rich 100K, But this guy is trolling in the station, man, with lyrics that is zero, with melody when it just makes sense, But he's offering you 1 million naira, guy. 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 I'm going to be honest. So this thing has happened to me. I will be really honest, right? And when you were talking, I felt bad because I'm like, I did it once. I did. No, I mean, of course, I meet artists and I promoted a lot of them in the Southeast. Shout out to Boy because that's like my guy forever. He played his part well as an artist. God bless him and ill bliss. Now, so we take chop, But there was one particular time. So they had not paid us for months. They read, and I'm like, God, I bet. So one guy came with his CD or whatever it is, and I got to the studio and I told the producer, like, yeah, let me play this song. So my colleagues were there, and the song started playing. There was there was dead. There was silence. It was dead. The silence was too loud, and I'm I could not breathe. I said, how much they play this music? I don't collect money. I could not, like, I literally couldn't breathe. My friend said, how won't they do it? Because I had sent her own money. I wanted her to be playing it during the lunch hour show. Then I played in the morning, and then I sort out my guy at night.
Yeah.
Hey. She now sent me an over. So say she don't already send part of the money to her sister. Say she not be able to collect the money back. I'm here thinking of my life. I'm here thinking. So I literally couldn't. I'm like, okay, so hey God. So if I play this music, it will be on my show. So then how would I introduce this? I'm going to say, hey, okay, so we got new music to play. This is coming from none. Or a lot was playing in my head, but we don't already collect this money. The guy for the night show had, sent me a message like, "What's up? May I help him queue him before I leave studio? How far? His account." I'm like, "I will send the money." And I'm the only night to come and listen to the song first. So he came to the studio as I played this song. God. Even my head of program at the time, normally he would say, okay, Roger now, so he could just play or something. He said, as much as I need the money, I think I'll pass on this. I'm like, guy, please help me. So what I did was What I promised to play it for like a month. I couldn't though. I know, no, no, I could. I called him. I had a meeting with him. I told him you need to redo the song because my conscience was killing me. What?
Mm.
So the first time I had to play it. So what I did was immediately after the news, I played it.
Mm.
So I didn't have to introduce it. So I called him immediately. Oh, I said, "Listen, oh, your song is
Yeah.
playing," and then I tweeted, and then my friend did the same thing during the lunch hour show. At night, my friend said, the guy at night, he said, "Claire, no vex, I know if he playing this song, no vex, I beg, he go die my program." I'm like, okay, so how far the money? He said, no, no, send me money, don't worry. That was the last time. No, no, no. You see, after that day, when you call me for a meeting, you say you have a song, and then you're trying to be quick to send me money, and then
Mm.
you want to give me the say, oh hell no, I won't do that. So what I do is you come to the studio. I'm not even meeting anybody anywhere. You come to the studio. You wait at the reception. I will go and play the song. When I play the song and I think that we can play it, oh yes, there's so many young people in Enugu that I played their songs without taking a dime because I liked their song, I liked the vision, and I needed to encourage them.
Yeah.
So I did
Yeah.
that willingly. But you see, the people there were a lot of them who would come with so much money. Obina, like, so if normally you used to receive 100K, these people are coming with like 500, 750K. Who are you to say no when you've not been paid for 7 to 8 months?
Wow.
But that taught me a big lesson. I'm like, never, I have to listen to your song, bro, before I play it. Cause I
Yeah,
ain't
that's
gonna play that. I'm
how.
not gonna play that and come and say, "Hi, what's up? This is Claire on radio, and you're listening to new music by Obina." Hell no, I ain't doing that.
Honestly,
No.
that's how it is anyway. Yeah, like you said, the radio, a whole lot of people listen, and the TV is different because the TV you can actually there are other songs, that you can just put it in between. You might not let it finish playing, and
Yeah.
another one comes in just to cool the fans that are watching, cool them down, and I understand what you're saying anyway. I understand. Well, let's see. The thing is, I would still say that we should still give chance for the creatives. The creative, I
Yeah.
mean, is those that actually put in work in whatever they do and support. Like I said, during my time, 2013, you and I we started before you switched. You know, I gave opportunity for a whole lot of people as well. And not just them. I really worked with the legendaries and the fast rising, those
Yeah.
that are already risen. They do. I do their thing for them, like I do their thing. But the fast rising, I made sure like 2019 was the breakout of the likes of Fireboy, the likes of Oxley, the likes of
Yeah.
Joe Boy, the likes of Starboy Terry, a whole lot of the young stars today,
Yeah.
which they were on my platform like back to back 2019, just to showcase. You understand? So that is what I love doing. That is what I love supporting. Terry Akpala, mention them, a whole lot of them, even the legendaries and all. So that is the major thing. Give those that have content. Watch them today. They are doing very well.
True.
You understand?
True. Very
They're
true.
doing very well. Oxlade
Very
is one
true.
of the nicest, youngest vocalists you would always want to listen to. Same as
True.
Fireboy, Joe
True.
Boy. You know, they're very doing very well for
I was
themselves.
I was
Rem,
impressed the very first day I heard Fireboy sing without instruments.
no, that guy is good. That
I
guy
was
is good. You
impressed.
see,
I'm
if you
like,
listen, if
okay.
you listen, if you listen to Fireboy and Oxlade,
Yeah.
you would, you won't even know when you're walking and like I don't know if you watch Tom and Jerry a lot. When Tom and Jerry
Yeah.
was sleeping and eating and walking
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, like that's how the
Mm-hmm.
melody would take you through and knock you to your bed. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter Sparks is saying it all went downhill when creativity became factor focused on commercial
The
benefits. Yeah,
benefit.
that's true.
It's sad, man.
You're you're
It's sad.
you're very right, Peter. It's and the thing is, if our employees or employers rather, if our employers have made it to a fact that okay, let us pay at when due. It would have been better. And shout out to my boss. Even when the storm was heavy, he never, he never owed any staff. Honestly, when the storm was heavy, when I mean when the storm was heavy, he never, rather, he uses his own personal money to pay his staff, not from the company's money, because the company never had money at the time. So shout out to one man. He does a Chief Steve Ojo. He
Ojo.
did. He's a very, very good businessman. He never joke with salaries. He never, no matter how small it is, he never ever joke with salaries during my time with him. You know, he's one
And
man
this,
I would
this,
always, you know,
you see this thing you're saying is what
yeah.
Senator Ekweremadu did. So he started up a radio station same month that we started ours. That's mine was for late Dora Queen. She started off a radio station in Enugu, so we were like rival stations. Now, one thing he did that I learned, and that's what I always tell radio station owners when they call for consultancy, and all, I told them, I said, it's not Bizo. Like you, so one of the notions that some Igbo people have in their heads in the East is set up a radio station and it pumps in money. But that's not the truth. It goes beyond that. So what Ikwerimadu did was he set up a salary plan of 5 years. Like it was
Simple.
kept somewhere. He brought in some of these OAPs from what you call it, Abuja, Lagos. So he made provision for accommodation for the OAP one. So at least they have where to stay, pending when he's able to give them a certain amount to add up to what they have to get accommodation. So
Yeah.
it's that thing where you have to set up a radio station and think you've done the mindset thing, you're going to employ people and all of that. It doesn't even make any sense. So make a structural plan for your employees, especially for media. We get it really wrong. Or like, I got a call from a friend of mine, a former colleague who was she works with okay, let me call it a TV station on DSTV in Enugu. So she's their news person. She reads the news. Amazing girl, and she calls me to say they've not paid her in like 8 months. And then that OAP we talked about also mentioned the same thing in December. Talking about
Wow.
how TV radio houses have not been paying. It's really crazy. Like it's really crazy. So this is where I say I'm seeing it in the eye of the OAPs where you just want to make money, to survive, basically. So whatever it is that come your way. So somebody is offering you a certain amount that you know that you need to sort out a bill. You would have to take it, just to make ends meet at the time, or at least use a whole body, as they will say. You get so, but at the same time, I know that there are so many OAPs, or maybe not so many, but quite a number of them that would give opportunities to very sound artists and all of that. So yeah.
Well, that's so sad. It's so sad. Like you said, that's 5 years plan. It's a very good one. If you have that structural plan for
Yeah.
the numbers of staff you have, and you put it in like well, that's a fixed, deposit,
Yeah.
for the staff every month. You get off you and go to the staffs, get off you and go to the staff. By then, you've already planned for that 5 years that you've done to recover whatever
Exactly.
you want to get from even
Yeah.
your, companies that are coming to, work with you to for you to advertise for them and all. That's yeah, well, it depends on their system. I don't,
True. Very
the
true.
system is just
Very
messed up,
true.
man. And everybody wants to get heard. Like they have a lot of creative people, good vocals, good voiceover artists that want to express themselves. But the opportunity is not there. When a businessman will come, a private businessman will come and call somebody that,
Yeah.
okay, I want to employ you. You said you're good, you're this and that, and the person will say, you'll pay me 1 million. You know, go blame the person because the person is coming out from a place where they don't pay him or her for like some months. So how do you want that person to feel? You get the person
True.
has choke now. You don't understand.
True.
You
It's a
get
very
so
sad thing as well.
Sparks is saying Peter Sparks is saying yeah, Peter Sparks is saying more of the employers were the two used to
Literally.
weaponize it all. It was a sad systematic process. Well,
Yeah.
that's what it is
A lot of
anyway.
them did
So
not
we
come
hope
prepared.
it gets
Yes. A
better
lot of them did
by
not
the
come.
year.
Yeah, a lot of them did not come prepared. They just want to that idea of because I remember talking to some guy who opened a radio station in Owerri, and he told me he said, as he has opened the station now, so at least that money starts coming in. I said coming in. I asked him coming in from where. He said, once they turn on the mic now,
From
people are
where?
now, yeah, people will come. I kept on asking him because I needed him to
So
explain to me. Uh-huh. So I said, okay, where are they coming from? Where's this money coming from? He said, once they turn on the mic like this, that's the end. I told him, I said, it might take
so
16 years to even get one advert.
that
Now, the adverts you might get will be
yes
local,
now.
startups that would come in a way and tell you, oh, that please just let's do a 1 minute advert and all of that. Of which, how much do you want to charge them? That will not even buy fuel or diesel for your company. So I had to make him understand. I always use that Madu's template as a guide for anyone who wants to open a radio station. You need to have a 3 to 5 year plan for salary structure, salary plan. You need to have a 2 year plan for to supply diesel or whatever it is you're using to power your station. There shouldn't be excuses in 2 years because the truth is, it's like starting off an NGO. When you start off
Yeah.
an NGO, not everyone would not because they don't believe in you. Nah, it's far from it. It's the fact that they are not sure of your consistency and transparency and accountability. So they need to see you within 2, 3 years to see how consistent you will be, to see how you will keep up before they can come in. Because this is like a free will thing. It's not like they're giving to get. So you need to be able to tell people I'm ready for this
Mhm.
business. So you're telling yourself in 2 years for this radio station, Nkwechiri, I'm going to set out 18 million, 20 million to run this for so number of time. Within 3 years, within 2 years, my staff should be going to Lagos to go and talk to people like, ad agencies, because they need to understand what the station is about. They need to know if the brand aligns with what you guys are doing. So if it's a talk show and you're coming to talk to Milo, and Milo is saying no, I strictly want to do sports show, and if there's a Breda FM, I'll rather put my Milo on Breda FM. But you are meeting Milo instead of meeting people like Cowbell for the family program that you have on your show. So these are things you need to walk through. It's not about building. Anyone who has money can literally build and set up a radio station if you have the connection to get your
Sure.
frequency and get it done. Yeah, but it goes way beyond that. The first thing you need to think of
Yeah.
is the employees that will be there. How sustainable will this thing be for them? So it's a lot. It's a lot. Do some research methodology. It's not just about creating the structure and then putting equipment there. Nah, it's beyond that. By the end of the day, we will be fine. We
All
will be
right.
fine. Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we had a good conversation about we've actually diversified into so many things little by little, and I want to let you guys know that this will continue for as long as we are alive. We'll be having this
Yes.
conversations about so many things. We'll diversify in so many things. Not just entertainment. We'll talk some more other things. So next week we'll be talking
Obin, I
about a
was going to
very
tell you about
important
something
topic,
that's been
which
happening of
you and
late.
I
Can you hear me?
was that. Yeah, I
There's a
hear
new
you.
trend. So I've received so many reports on a father-daughter molestation. I think it's something we'll talk about next time. What happened last weekend was a young
Yeah,
girl of 14
yeah.
had yeah, a young girl of 14 had to go through the abortion process because she got pregnant for her dad. Now, here's the thing her mom has been aware of
Ooh.
this, but she says that she would rather her husband is sleeping with her daughter and not going out to sleep with someone else.
That's
The end.
ridiculous. That's
The end. We're not
demonic.
talking about it. It's I couldn't comprehend because normally when things like this come, I go straight to allow, so I report you, I pick your ass up. I don't even hear sorry. I know they hear sorry, But you see, what happens is when you arrest these men, the women come begging. They come reminding you that this is my husband and I don't want to lose my marriage. What do? Hold on to someone else's husband?
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Peter said, "What the fuck? What the actual fuck?"
Or coming into someone's family to break it. Yeah.
It's
Actually,
crazy. The same thing happened.
it's so ridiculous. It's crazy. It's
Okay, now
crazy.
this something like this
You
happened in
know.
Enugu. So there was a school tour, and then I said, okay, if you want to talk to anybody, any of us, you can come meet us and all of that. And some girl said, at the time she was living with her aunt, so apparently her mom was in the village, so her mom's sister brought her to Enugu city, right? So she would go to school, and then in the evening she would join her aunt. Mind you, her aunt has kids, but I mean, it's fine. So her kids will be home. Then she goes to change and then go and meet her aunt for evening markets. Now, some days when they return, when the aunt is really tired, so she tells this girl to go have her bath and go and wait for her husband in their room.
Ah, ah. What?
The world has come to an end. Period. Period. I know, but I had to report the case. They
Well,
took
that's
them
some.
to.
That's
I think they served some time. I don't joke. Oh. So that's why I tell people, if you're coming to report
mm,
any domestic violence case, my heart is actually on the other side of life. So when you report the case, I follow it to the end. And when you say sorry, I don't listen to sorry, but at the end of the day, the truth is, legally, if the woman says you need to release her husband, you need to release her husband. I'm
that's
done.
it.
I'm not
That's
saying
the problem.
anything. I'm not saying anything social impacts tonight again. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm okay. We don't want to go there. Don't worry. We're gonna have
All
this
right.
conversation some other
Next
time.
week.
A lot
Next
of
week.
stories.
Yeah. Next week. Next week we'll have a whole lot of this conversation, and we'll see how the girl child is faring and how the male child is caring, because this both needs to be cared for, and this both are also being dehumanized in one way or the other. That's, I mean, the
Yeah.
female child and the male child. All right, yeah, we need to call it a wrap for today. And I want to say a
Thank
big
you.
shout out and a big thank you to everybody that has been on live here, and also to an amazing lady, Claire, who is the foundation, would I say the CEO of Claire Foundation, and also a
Yo.
producer in the Nollywood industry that is in Nigeria. She's an amazing lady. Well, we'll get to talk more about her in the next live session on TikTok. I want to say, assuming my humble self, B to the U to the STA Buster. I love you guys. See you
I
next
love
week.
you.
I love
I
you.
love you. Peace out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me play this song before you go. Let me play this
Thank you.
song before you go.
Okay, okay. Our sign out song.
Let me not keep you, Obi. You need to rest. You've been at work. Peter, I
All
love
right. All
you.
right.
Peace.
Thank you. Thank you very much,
Bye.
Peter. Thank you. We'll keep it up, Peter. Don't worry. We'll keep it up, Peter. This will be like a radio session very soon. All right. So we'll keep it up. Thank you very much for coming. I'll follow you up, Peter, on my TikTok. And also, I don't know if that's your Instagram handle as well. I'll follow you on Instagram right immediately. Let me see if I could even do it now. Um, yeah. I just followed you, Peter. You can follow back. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much, Claire. Enjoy yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye, Obi.
Thank you very much.